Okay. Hey, Doug. Mm-hmm. I don't know about that. No, that's too much. That's too much. Okay. I'm here with y'all for like, I got 5 minutes. I'm here for like 5 minutes. Then we come back a little later. So. So we're catching the bad guys. That's exciting. It's kind of happening on its own. I'm partially saying it because maybe it gets them running. I don't like drama in my business, in my life. So, and they're like, man, like all I have to say is if you got private business and you got things you're doing that are, you know, no good maybe. Keep them to yourself. Keep them out of my life. Keep them out of my space. Keep them out of the space of my family. That's all I'm saying. You do whatever you want otherwise, but if you got nefarious things you're doing, don't let me know because I'm a public figure. It's not about popularity. It's about viewership. So I've got a lot of eyes around me at all times, and bringing any of that around me is a great way to get caught because they don't really need me for any of that. They kind of just look in my direction, and that's enough to, see something or catch something. And yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm not the cops. So if you don't want to deal with them, realize that this is social media. It's the internet, and it's like the easiest place for them to catch people. The easiest for people that are, for lack of a better term, that dumb. So what do I mean by that? What I mean is we all know that part of how my platform started was people trying to do some nasty stuff to me from like 15 different directions, thinking I was gullible and stupid. And one of them ended up being right, and then I beat that, and I'm good, and that's great. But there has to be like some form of intelligence out there for the people who think that this is like round two. It's not. It's not round two. Like I have police officers that watch my show. It's not round two, and I don't mean regular cops. I don't mean beat cops. I mean people that are like, like bored, have a vendetta, a paycheck, a pension. Some of them a pension, and nothing to do. So, and I think I might have a guy on my Twitter follow me who's, hello, human, you are on camera. She claims to not want to be, but man, does she find her way to it. How can I help you, hon? Okay. All right. I'm taking y'all with me. That's what we're doing here. I'm taking y'all with me. You don't have to be on camera. You don't have to be. I don't want you to be. If you end up on it, you peeked around the corner. I'm there on camera. You're going to end up on camera if you go in front of the camera. You can't blame me for your bodily functions. I'm standing, like, this is what I'm doing. Then why do you do something that upsets you and then blame me? Why do women do this? Why do you do this? Educate me. I don't care if I look like a douche. I'd rather look like a douche and get educated real quick than be constantly dealing with this drama. I care about her feelings, and that's why I want to solve my problem fast. Apparently I have a problem, and I want to solve it. I want to do better. This problem that I have here, this is something perpetual that I have to work on over long term. But this other issue is something that I can work on right now. So, the longer we shove down our problems, the longer we have them. So, work on that. It's like, it does make sense to me. I get it. it's called being wrong, and it's really nice to be right and not really care if people think I'm wrong. I think it's a little confidence towards the guys, and it's nothing against my wife. And I think that's where guys do go wrong, is if the argument comes up that it's like emotional. For me, it's like we're good as far as I know. Do you want these? Okay, how about these? What this? Joke. So, yeah, I look like an ass. My wife set me up to look like an ass, and that's fine, but I forgive her. You can go. I'm coming. So now I understand how the game works. Yeah, I still don't give a fuck. That's why you guys like me. I'm not here to play fucking games. Who the fuck thinks they're gonna control me like that? I don't fucking know who's that stupid, but apparently they exist. Alright. Yeah. No, I'd rather look bad than be bad if I have to choose. And there might be some smart people out there that make sure we have to choose. I'm going to choose looking bad every time. Oh, yeah, you wish, buddy, you wish. Oh, is there breakfast? Okay. Hi. All right, ready? Okay. Good time. You good?
Yeah, sure.
That's cool. Here. Hey. No, that's fine. Here, watch this. Hold on. Wrap this over your shoulder. It can hang like it's on the clothesline. That'll dry off a little bit. As far as this goes, put it over my head. You see? Okay. Yeah, I have learned that what people think about me matters if it affects me. Like, the goal is, how do they affect me? They only affect me if I let them affect me. And I have found that when you don't allow it to exist, it doesn't exist. You have a good one. So, and I'll tell you something else. I saw on the internet today, and I couldn't believe this, that Oklahoma, and you're looking away? Okay. Is that Oklahoma is rated as the 4th worst state in America. And I could not believe that. And I have yet to understand why, or see reasons why. I mean, maybe I don't think we're awful. I think we're pretty decent. We're good people. So I'm saying, because if they're saying that and we don't see it, does that mean we're that way? And it seems like Oklahoma is a really, really nice place, and people are pretty decent. The only times I've seen people in this state be indecent is when someone's being indecent to them. They're pretty good at being worse to somebody being bad to them. And I mean, from my personal perspective, I respect that. That's how you have to be. Like, if someone is treating you horribly, it's nice to give kindness where kindness is given, but there has to be a limit too, because when you don't let there be a limit, no, you end up in a hotel room 6 years later. So, you know, I'm learning to not let that happen, and it looks like around here they're pretty good at not letting that happen. Here, I can carry that too. They're pretty good at not letting that happen, so I say good on them. I think that's the way to get it done. Maybe we fit in here, maybe we don't, but you know, how does that happen? How do you kind of like become somebody else? Because we're from Pennsylvania, but I sure as hell don't feel like I'm from Pennsylvania. I never really did. And we went to Jersey. We went to a couple of different places that our families are from, and it didn't really feel like home either. Like, we fit in, but it didn't make us happy. But here, I don't think it's really all that different, but it's definitely a little different here for us. That we're probably not going to stay, but it's nice to feel like we have to put in a little bit of less effort, you know? Like, we don't have to work hard to get along here. and we can we still work, and we put the work into other things, but that's the point. We don't have to put all the work into keeping people from screwing us over. It's just we can actually get our work done. We're standing here in front of a bumblebee statue, and that's pretty cool. So I'll share that with you all. That's Bumblebee. If anybody wants to take a picture of that, I'll tell you what. Prove to me you're paying attention. It's okay if you're not. I like any of y'all that are hanging out, but if I do have your attention, go ahead and screenshot that. You send it to me, put it in your story, something like that. And I don't know, see what happens. Something might happen in your inbox. This Bumblebee, I have no idea why it's here, but I got no complaints about it either. Transformer, yeah. That's Bumblebee. It's pretty cool.
I got the brightness.
I'm sorry?
I get the brightness.
How do you get what?
The brightness.
The brightness up. Ooh, I have to figure that out. It's the same as on this phone, but I can't see to tell you to do it. It might already be all the way up. We're working on getting a better phone. Right now, day to day, we're figuring out where to sleep. And it's getting better, though. You know, the mistake I made before was becoming so predictable and sharing too much, and man, wow, for lack of a better term, letting some dumb motherfuckers really run my life. And I cannot believe. Like, standing here today, I could not feel like more of a fool. I really couldn't. I had no idea how much I was letting, you know. But what's really stupid is them coming out of the woodwork and the way they're coming, like they got away with what they did with me. Like, what they did with me, right? What they tried to get away with. Like, let it go. Like, seriously, they're that stupid that they're coming back out of the woodwork, and some of these people, like, I'm going to get my exoneration. And I've never been to jail or anything, but I kind of look bad, you know? Obviously. But it's really going to come to light, and it's not that I don't want that, but, like, I don't need it. I'm okay with looking bad. We're getting to the point of our paycheck either way. Thank you, honey. We're getting where we need to get to either way. And I'm learning how to do it the way the media does it. With, like, if I look like shit, that's fine. But it also kind of makes people scared of me that would hurt my family. So instead of paying $8,000 every quarter to a bodyguard, I pay my taxes, and the police, yeah, because the police do their job. But there we go. So there's different ways that it can get done. And I figured I was going to lay back a little bit and this would be fine. But if these guys are going to go and get themselves in trouble, then it puts me in a position where I have to go and work harder. And I'm fine with that. And, I mean, we'll make way more money than we were already going to. But I was really starting to get comfortable with the idea of doing things just the easy way. And being able to put more efforts into my family. Because that's not, you know, we're getting settled now. I figure we'll start building things out. But with the way, ooh, you hold that a moment? I see a penny. With the way they're being, I'm gonna have to keep working harder, and that's okay. I still got a lot of vitality. I'm only 26, so I'll be just fine. And like I said, I don't know if y'all were here for the last broadcast, but with the police, or maybe earlier, the police watching my stuff anyway, I mean, I'm good. And I mean, I don't know how on earth. I give it to my Bobby and Pop. You know, my Bobby and Pop, they taught me to keep my nose clean. They taught me to do what makes sense and stick to that. And so I did that as much as I could. And man, did it save me a hell of a lot of trouble that I'd be facing today. And I don't even mean getting in trouble, because I wouldn't have done something to get in trouble. But what I probably would have done was been dumb enough to know more and, you know, get nosy and push for answers to questions that I don't need the answer to. And so standing here, I don't have them. And that means I get to stay on the outskirts of it, and I'm going to continue to. But, you know, it's like those people, no matter how much I tried to tell them, and it's some people that I care about too, no matter what I try to tell them, it's like, I don't know what they're up to, but you know when somebody's up to something, and I can't be used, and the cops didn't want to accept that at first, but they're learning. Is when I say I can't be like I'm not useful to them. I mean, I'm more useful to go have a beer with than any of that drama. So that's gonna be left at that note, and that's good. There's still some cowboys out there, and thank God for that. But as long as everybody keeps laying off, but when people try to step in and control me, and I'm talking about regular people who, like, they're that cocky, they got away with something they did to me, I'm letting it go. I'm like, all right, we're over here, I'm getting my job back, I'm doing what I do, and I figure, okay, I'll let you back kind of in my atmosphere, like, not really, but, like, I won't kick you out of my space. And that's a pretty compassionate thing to be doing. After what they try to do, you guys saw how much they scrambled my brains. And I'm over here saying, well, we'll get along. And behave that way? No, my God. There's no such thing as taking advantage of me. We're past that point. That glass ceiling, we are above it now. And anyone that doesn't believe it, I highly recommend that you find out the hard way, because I'll tell you, I have a lot of angst that I let go of here. And I don't think I have a lot of qualms about seeing some of them behind bars. I'm not interested in pursuing it. But, if I saw one of them in the news, I'd be less than upset. That's all I mean by that. I don't think I'd be too upset if I got an email, like, hey, did you know this person? I'm like, no, I never knew him, but I heard of him. Sure as hell heard of him. So, things are going well. And we're having a nice walk. It's a great day. I'm gonna go get something to eat, hopefully, and we'll continue on and keep pressing on. So, like I said, the mistakes I made before were the mistake I made wasn't making too many friends, but I guess really not showing my teeth and not biting when I need to. Or no, I'm good at biting. It's not showing my teeth. The mistake I made before was sitting back, and then, people get confused when I end up being able to stand up for myself. And, it's not unfair, but I'm not going to war with anybody. And if I'm not I got to do what somebody who's not doing that would do. And that is, step one, this is 6-foot perimeter around my body. Do not get any closer. Step two, they are 5.5 feet, and I have my hand on my weapon. They're 5 feet. I have drawn my weapon any further, and we're firing shots. And I don't know anything about that. I don't have any of that. But what I know is I am a damn quick learner, and I usually end up showing up people that have been doing it their entire lives, and well, I'm interested in staying out of it. I'm not interested in getting involved. So let's keep me out of it, because I can guarantee you, if the people online didn't learn their lesson when they said, "Oh, this is going to be easy," let's go ahead and spread the word that keeping me out of it is it's a fantastic idea to keep me out of it, because I have a family, I have things keeping me occupied, and any distractions are really going to ruin the day for people who are having a good time with whatever the game they're playing or whatever it might be. And I'm mostly occupied in my life at this point. I got plenty to do, got a platform to build, I got good people here guess what? I got good people here watching the show. Appreciate you being here. And we now have our place in society. We don't need any more of those distractions. So let us do our thing, be a part of it by watching. Do your best to keep your 6 foot of distance in real life, because that's personal privacy, and we do like our privacy. And as long as we're able to build our life the rest of the way, then we don't need, we don't end up with that drama. And what some people call something real huge to them, for us, it's drama. It lasts us 5 seconds, and we don't look like it. So leave us out of it. You focus on what you're doing, we focus on what we're doing, and poking noses is a great way to get nose poked. We like to get along with everybody. That's part of why we're able to do what we do. And I think especially with COVID, there's a lot of people up in arms, and everything going on, everybody's scared. And we got our fears too, but we stick to our own and mind our own business. So I think this is my long-winded version. This is my long-winded way of telling you no and saying no to a lot of people who know that I have a hard time saying no. But I have gotten rather good at it. And if it doesn't seem like that, I recommend taking my word on it, or you'll find out I'm very good at saying no. I can thank my wife for teaching me how to say no. So, I'm not saying leave me alone, but I'm saying let's know each other as much as we need to, and nothing further than that. And that's respectful to everybody. I'm gonna hop off. It's awesome to talk to you all today. We're gonna go out and figure out what we're gonna do today, and you'll hear back from me soon. See you later.